Well, the wind hit us last night, and last night was supposed to be lightweight by comparison to tonight. It's not been too bad. We've got a little bit of damage there. The sweet peas went over, but I'm just going to leave them lying down for now. The real surprise was the beans, and looking at them, the wind seemed to punch a hole in one side, and the wind was obviously coming from that direction towards the beans, because all the lines have gone slack on this side, which sorts of indicates that it blew against this side, where they certainly appear to continue to be tight. And this one has broken loose by the looks of it. So I think I might have to make a bit of a repair up here before tonight, and maybe tighten these wires down a little bit in case the wind blows from the other direction. Well, last night was 22 miles an hour. Tonight it's supposed to be 45 to 50. So I've got to say I'm a bit anxious. We'll see how it fares. Extra protection going in. I think one more. It's worth doing everything to save the beans. So, shored up. Hopefully it'll be enough. I've somehow got my doubts. The wind seems to have moved the stakes quite a lot already, but we'll see. I've put a big post on the end because it seems to be moving this way a little. It's a challenge. The wind is a real battle when it comes to tall canes, and I'm sure it will test allotments all over the country. Well, I'm really not looking forward to this. The wind hasn't given up for 24 hours, and now it's decided it will have a rest. And it doesn't look good. Well, you can see that I did a bit of running maintenance during the storm, thinking that I could help a bit, but in reality it had its way with my beans. I've just got to have a plan now how I get that stood back up if I can. It even broke some of the canes. Winds got up to 55 miles an hour. And it's pulled the canes from the soil. That's going to make it one devil of a job. And just to add a little bit of flavour, it's raining. So I'm thinking, can I ease the beans back up and get those poles to work their way back into the soil? It's going to be difficult, but what choice have I got? I got to try. I don't want to lose all those beans for the rest of the season. These things, they're sent to try us, and they do. I think I'm going to use these lines and stakes to pull it back into position, and then once I've got it upright, I'll see if I can get these canes back in the soil. Well, it's not perfect, but it's upright, and I think that'll enable them to grow on a little bit further. I don't want to leave those guy ropes in forever, but right now the wind's still forecast to be quite strong, so I'm just going to let it stabilise. From the other side, oh, we're not quite as straight as we were, but that's life. I think we're going to get a few diebacks from damage and fixing those canes. I've squeezed some ties onto some stems, so I'm likely to lose a few. But I think we're going to live with that for a day or two and see whether it copes. Well, vegetables are pretty resilient, and humans can be resilient too. I'm going to stick at it. I'm sure it'll grow back, and as long as this wind stays reasonably calm, then hopefully the beans will stay up. We'll see. But as the rain draws back in, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to leave you with some sunnier footage that I took the other day when I was planting out autumn turnips. And as the rain sets in, let's look forward to those months when we do some more sunny harvesting. Have a good weekend. So this is the bed that I'm going to put my autumn turnips into. Originally I had garlic in here and I followed it by broad beans, and they came out just a month or so ago. So I'm just going to tidy it up. A few weeds are grown, and then I'll get my seedling or small plant turnips into the bed and we'll be ready for autumn. Well, you know, when I don the gauntlets that it means trouble, and I think I'm going to get rid of these brambles and these stinging nettles before I plant up these turnips. That way I won't get stung and cut. Well, these turnips are quite well developed now, and there's no risk of cold damage or even heat damage in this surrounded area. But with the wind coming, I will put these foam surrounds around this bed just to make sure they don't get battered over the next few days. So I think we're going to go 4 abreast. We've got another load here. There we go. I made a bit of a hash of that, I must admit, but we got there in the end. So the turnips in their bed, protected from the wind, and hopefully that'll pay dividends in due course. I do hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and if you want updates from me each time I upload a video, click the bell and select all. I do hope you have a great day. Diolch yn fawr.